But if you feel like Soludo, if Soludo is very confident of his ability, of what he has done, is he supposed to be telling people to like telling people that if they vote, people with the highest vote will get this amount of money? Is he not trying to sort of, in a way, induce them? He's not trying to rally, get their votes. Because if he has really done very well, he doesn't even need to do anything.
He's not my fan. If I'm in Anambra, I will not vote for him, but he has done well.
So you've not really answered my question. I'm saying that why would he now go to that
Anambra
point?
is not where you can say you can use the 1 million to.
So you're saying that those things that he's saying
it will be a difference. That I can agree with you.
Are you saying that those things? Okay, are you saying that those things that he said would not hold water? And people would not be moved by?
You cannot preach 1 million evangelism in Anambra. Understand me?
Okay, well, that's your opinion. Well, let's still on the election matters. What would you say are the threats to electoral integrity in Nigeria, not just Anambra State now? Yes, we know we're looking at Anambra election.
One, we have corrupt, complicit INEC officials, understand, who are not independent. And that's where it starts. Because they always do the bidding of the people. They always do the bidding of the people that appointed them, instead of the bidding that's of the Nigerian people. So that is the main thing.
Okay. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Thank you for your submission there. A recent report by the United States Trade Administration says Nigeria's healthcare system is underdeveloped and lacks modern medical facilities. The report noted that the country faces some of the worst health indicators in Africa, with a severe shortage of medical professionals, only about 23 doctors per 100,000 people, far below World Health Organization recommendations. It also highlighted Nigeria's heavy reliance on imported medical equipment, outdated administrative systems in hospitals, and an estimated $2 billion annual outflow due to medical tourism, largely to India. The report stated that urgent investment and policy reforms are needed to modernize the sector and meet the needs of a rapidly growing population projected to reach 400 million by 2050. Let's come to you, Lekia. You know, why, you know, of course, we've always heard so much about our healthcare. And of course, we are Nigerians, we know how it is in our hospitals. But why do you think Nigeria's healthcare system remains underperforming despite, multiple, blueprints? People will say, okay, each administration will come out and say, we'll do this, we'll do that. But our healthcare still remains underperforming, underdeveloped, according to the US report. What do you think?
There's this saying that when you put square pegs in square holes, you never would find a problem. Therefore, when we fail to put square personalities in positions where they will be expected to discharge or handle their square responsibilities or their responsibilities squarely, this is always what happens. But having said that, I don't think Nigeria is an extension of the United States. Most of the people who work, the best doctors in the US, are Nigerians. And if you talk about how they came to know about most of the things, the indicators that have proved to them that we buy poor medical equipment and that even outdated one, is because most of those things are also coming from their direction. But it's an eye-opener for Nigerian government to place value on the professionals here. We have one of the best doctors all over. We have the best set of doctors in the world. In South Africa, Nigerian doctors are doing extremely well. In the United States, Nigerian doctors are doing very well. So when nations like the US insult Nigeria like this, it's only but to tell us to wake up as a government and take up the responsibility to drive a health system that will be beneficial when it comes to public safety, health is one critical component of public safety. It is not enough to recruit people and put them into the different security organizations and arm them to go and defend people. Who are you defending? If you are dying, if you have been exposed to a very harsh medical climate where in the event of death, a sickness, or maybe emergencies, you don't have attention, you don't have the right thing to equipment to address those situations, those challenges, you are equally failing in your responsibility as a government. Health is an integral part of security. So I think it's an eye-opener to government, and they should begin to look in the right direction, place value on our health system. Public health is a sensitive issue, and look at what's going on. That even the medical doctor, the Nigerian Medical Association, are running battles with the federal government and raising up issues. We should sit down as a nation to develop a standard blueprint for the management of our health sector. It's important for us to be healthy, but where we fail to do the needful, nations across the world will begin to laugh at us in spite of how well endowed we are. Is it not a shame that, indicators will continue to show us in bad light? I'm praying for Nigeria, and I hope that this government, particularly those who are seeking the mandate of the people in elections, they should come into government prepared with an agenda that the people can hold them accountable when they fail to provide or do the things they promise in terms of the electoral promises. So we hope that Nigerians will wake up as a government to begin to invest in the health sector.
Okay,
it's a shame. Most of our leaders, politically, they go on medical tourism abroad, undermining the facilities. Look at the National Hospital. I'm not praising the report, because those nations have helped devalue and underdevelop our health sector. But as a government, we should be able to take conscious steps, that will help take us out of the dead woods where hopelessness is king.
Okay, you mentioned that these countries have helped devalue our health system, and has also helped underdevelop our own health system. How would you want, I need you to throw more light on that. Like, what do you mean that these systems have also helped develop or underdevelop or devalue our own health system?
When it comes to the priorities of those in government, health should be number one. If you look at the campaign in the US when Obama was coming up, health was one of the issues one of the factors that gave him an edge over his opponent. So when Nigerians will begin to hear of an incoming government that is prepared and determined to address the health challenges of the people. For instance, look at Ogoniland, where we thought we were bringing boreholes. We are getting boreholes and we are drinking. Unknown to us that the same water we are drinking contained benzene, a cancer-causing element. And every weekend you see corpses moving to the villages for burial without us knowing, until UNEP came and conducted that investigation that revealed that this is how bad the situation is. And most of the people who never would have died, never would have died if the right, equipment, if the right things were being done. So are you telling me that if somebody comes to Ogoni now and begins to assure us that, look, never will this kind of situation happen again, we will take proactive steps to ensure that we begin investigations that will not be prompted by protest, but driven by passion for public safety? People will, and across the Niger Delta and even across the world, when you find out that government is only concerned about proceeds from oil, how to grow the treasury, without thinking of how to use the same resources generated from our land in addressing the issue of welfare. Citizens' welfare is important, and government should take it serious. And the health of the citizens is an integral component when it comes to citizens' welfare. So that's what I mean, that the government should take it serious and place greater value on the health of Nigerians. Even when it comes to productivity, only healthy people are very productive.
Okay,
If you
thank
are
you.
not productive, if you are sick, you can't be as productive as you ought to have been. So it's a shame that we wait for indicators from by foreign nations to determine or score us on how well or how bad we have done. Let us be ingenious. Let us love our nation. Let us think Nigeria, and let us encourage the best amongst us so that they will not be leaving the shores of this country for other places where you see
Okay,
they will get value for their services.
okay, thank you. You just entered into my next question, your last statement. Doctor, I'll come back to you, Lekia. Let me come to you, Dr. Peter. What practical steps, we already know that our doctors are leaving the shores of this country and going to other countries and they are doing well. But, are there practical steps that can be done to reverse the exodus of Nigerian medical professionals?
I want to start with the statement first. One, that word, fact, does not care how you feel. Understand me? Fact doesn't care whether you are insulted or not. So what they said is a fact. What you have said about our poor health system is a fact. Now, if you check the 2025 budget, Nigeria budget, they were saying it is humongous. Understand? That is 47 trillion. It's just about 20 to 25 billion dollars, which is not up to the budget of New York Police Department. So go and check what this government gives to the health sector as a budget every year. You see that it is nothing to write home about. That budget alone, or the health budget for the whole country, cannot equip a single university of technology. Understand? So the health budget is very, very low. That is number one. It cannot amount to anything. Number two, we have corrupt people in government who, even when this budget that is approved, it doesn't get down to those that really need it. Understand? That's number two. Then number three, the hourly wage in UK is 12.5 pounds, which is an equivalent of 30,000 naira per hour in UK. How much are Nigerians earning here? Their minimum wage is about 70,000, which is what somebody earns in 2 hours in UK. Do you understand that? Which is what somebody earns, what they earn in 30 days of sweating is what somebody earns in 2 hours in UK. So why wouldn't they go? Do you understand that? So, but America can also help us by making sure that our public office holders don't go to UK, don't go to any other country outside Nigeria for healthcare. If that is done, you see our budget for health will increase tremendously. Our health institutions, they will begin to fund it. So the money meant for the health institutions are not getting to them because they know that when they are sick, when their nations are sick, they can go abroad. But if America gives an order and begin to enforce it, understand that no public office holder in Nigeria should go to another country, especially the Western world.
Okay.
China, the Asian world, they are corrupt. They can accept anything. Understand me? They are as lawless as Africans. Understand me? So So if America begin to reject public office holders who go there on health care, they will now begin to fund
On the Nigerian
our own,
hospitals.
and that's the only way it can grow.
Okay, before we leave today or tonight, let's quickly touch on the last issue that we have on ground. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, has accused the federal government of manipulating food prices to score political points. You know, the party's national president has come out to say that claims of improved local production is misleading, saying the reported drop in prices was artificial and driven by imports and waivers. Meanwhile, the Minister of Finance, Wole Soyinka, has said that Nigeria is firmly on the right path under President Bola Tinubu, and he highlighted a drop in rice prices from 120,000 naira last year to 80,000 naira, and then of course it's saying that there are decreases
from 120,000 naira
last
to what?
year to 80,000 naira.
To
80,000.
Let that sound because I was buying it 6,000 10 years ago.
Okay, so let's quickly touch on that. You know, what do you think? What do you think about ADC saying that this is politically motivated? What do you think? Do you also share that view?
Excuse me, the issue is this: they cannot fool us. Understand me? They cannot deceive us. This is harvesting season. Understand? From August, September, October is harvest season, and when there's simple there's a law of economics. When there's abundance, price falls. So this is harvest season. So ordinarily there should be a reduction in price. Understand? So and not that the Tinubu government is doing anything about it. No. If that's farming products are perishable and commodities. If they want to hoard it, it will spoil. So they will sell.
Okay, so you're just saying that the reason we're having low prices at this point is just because people are harvesting, and then
time.
People need to sell off what they have,
yes, and all of that. Not that the government is doing well in the area of agriculture.
Okay. Well, let's come to Lake here. What's your thoughts on this? And then, of course, just give us just as you talk about that, also give us your concluding thoughts in the same vein so that we can end the show.
Well, the accusation by ADC is that the Tinubu administration is manipulating the prices of food, to gain public confidence in view of the 2027 election. If they can do whatever that is necessary or they deem necessary, as long as these prices will be sustainable, even after the harvest season that my brother talks about, that will be a welcome development. And if they can further, they can go further to bring down the prices of other things. Because even if you look at the price of the bag of rice, side by side with the minimum wage, you see that rice is still costlier. A bag is still more costly than the value of the services people put in and upon which they get the so-called minimum wage. So on that note, government should work out to do whatever they are doing. Market forces definitely everywhere would determine the prices of our commodities. And on a final note, I want to say for credible elections and for good governance and for all that we crave for in this country, those who are craving for public office should think the people and place the people first. Nigeria ought to be better, and for it to truly get better, as collective services and input will be required. So if we think Nigeria and place value on the right factors and improve our attitude and love in terms of passion for the well-being of Nigeria and Nigerians, that will be leading us somewhere. And if we truly love Nigeria, is that whether you are being governed or you are governing the people, show it through your deeds.
Okay, thank you very much. Your final conclusion, sir.
On Anambra, everybody should try to play by the rule. Both the political parties, the security agencies, and INEC. Understand? Everybody should try and play by the rule. They should be professional.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you very much, Lekia Christian, for joining us all
Thank
the
you.
way from Port Harcourt. And thank you very much, Dr. Peter Nosike. That's all for today's episode of The Issues. We explored the challenges facing Nigeria's politics and, of course, electoral governance. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to tune in next time for more in-depth analysis and discussion. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the latest news and insights. Until next time, stay informed.